Soulframe could become the biggest MMO in the world, and it's now even one step closer than ever before. Hey guys, how you doing? In this video, we're diving deep into the ever-expanding world of Soulframe, Digital Extreme's ambitious fantasy project, and how it's carving out its place in the MMO space. I know I'll get comments saying it's not an MMO and never will be, but recent developments tell a different story. Since its very first reveal, the studio has been steadily shifted direction, adding deeper multiplayer systems, social features, trading, progression reworks, and larger-scale co-op elements that are making the game feel much more like a true MMO. So what started as a beautiful, nature-focused co-op action RPG is evolving fast, and with Warframe's proven live service expertise behind it, Soulframe is positioning itself as a serious contender in the fantasy space. While Soulframe still stays true to its original vision as an open-world game with MMO elements, recent updates kind of looks like the developers are planning something far more ambitious. The introduction of new hub-like trees where players can gather and interact already hints that the game won't stop at basic multiplayer features. I'm optimistic we'll see much deeper MMO systems in the future, like shared events, larger social spaces, dynamic world interactions, and much more. What makes Digital Extremes, the creators of Soulframe, so special is their proven ability to evolve games beyond their initial scope. Just look at Warframe, for example. It started as a simple dungeon crawler looter shooter with instanced missions. Over the years, the studio transformed it into something massive, adding railjack space combat, enormous open-world landscapes like the Plains of Eidolon and Orb Valis, and a thriving player-driven economy. If they took Warframe that far, it's exciting to imagine what they could do with Soulframe. The developers have already mentioned matchmaking for dungeons with other players, but the overall direction clearly leans toward a more connected, open-world multiplayer experience. This is exactly the kind of evolution many players, including myself, have been hoping for. By expanding into richer social and multiplayer features, Soulframe can not only keep its current community happy, but also attract a much wider audience. In today's gaming landscape, giving players the open-world multiplayer experience they crave is one of the smartest ways to build a long-lasting and growing player base. If Digital Extremes continues pushing the boundaries like they did with Warframe, Soulframe has the potential to become something truly special. And as I've noticed since making these videos, a lot of people want this, and many see it as a game that could go very far. Another big sign that Soulframe is leaning deeper into the MMO territory is the new weapon and gear system. Instead of simply crafting everything at a hub, players now need to pick up gear and resources directly on the field while exploring. This feels very similar to the classic MMOs like World of Warcraft or Final Fantasy XIV, where gathering materials in the open world is a core part of progression. However, Soulframe adds their twist to it. You only need fragments to craft rare or ancient gear, which keeps things from feeling overly grindy while still rewarding exploration and smart loot management. It's a clever balance that respects the player's time without removing the satisfaction of finding and upgrading strong equipment. This shift toward field-based gear acquisition combined with the social hubs and planned multiplayer dungeons shows that Digital Extremes is clearly building toward a more interconnected open-world experience. It's exactly the kind of evolution we have been hoping for, and it positions Soulframe to stand out in the MMO-adjacent space while keeping its own identity intact. Now, with all that being said, I truly believe things are about to take a massive turn for Soulframe, and we'll likely find out exactly how big in just a couple of days' time. TennoCon 2026 is right around the corner, and everything points to it being one of the most important moments in the game's development so far. The event is expected to focus heavily on mounts, specifically that wolf pup many of you have already acquired through one of the Fable quests. If you still don't have yours, I'll leave a quick guide link on the screen and in the description. While we know the pup will eventually become a mount, Digital Extremes hasn't revealed exactly how the system will work yet. Will mounts be customizable? Will they have their own abilities in combat? Will they open up entirely new ways to explore Midrath? We're all waiting to find out. I'm expecting this update to feel more like a full expansion than a regular patch. Why? Because TennoCon has always been the stage where Digital Extremes drops their most ambitious reveals, and they have a long history of going far above and beyond expectations. Just look at what they did with Warframe over the years. This time around, we could see expanded social features, new large-scale multiplayer activities, major story progression, fresh environments, deeper MMO systems, and mechanics that make Midrath feel truly alive with other players. If the team continues pushing the boundaries like they usually do, this update might not just improve Soulframe, it could completely transform it into a serious, open-world MMO contender. Fans have been hoping for bold, meaningful changes, and TennoCon has consistently delivered them. This one genuinely feels like it could be a game-changer for the entire project. I'm extremely excited to see what they have in store, and I think many of you will be just as hyped once the dust settles, but as soon as that info is revealed, I'll be breaking it down, so don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.